Hi guys, this is Ashley, and this week's question was inspired by Walter Thomas. And his situation is, he's been hit with his girlfriend for 3 years, and their relationship has gotten boring, stale. There's no attraction really there anymore. There's lacking in a spark, and I see this very commonly in relationships. Now, after a while, you don't feel the same anymore, and this is where you start feeling like you're more friends or you're more roommates, or maybe not even that. If you're constantly arguing, if you never agree on anything, and and there's also no attraction, then it's like your enemies. Then when you get to that point, then breakups happen, or they're just around the corner. So you need to watch out for that. So, what can you do to re-attract your partner, to bring back the spark in your relationship? Women are told that they need to be more feminine in order to attract a man, because men like feminine women. And if you're a man, you're told that you need to be more masculine, more confident, and dominating in order to attract women. So we naturally know this, I think. So we tend to do that already on our own when we're attracting someone. But then as the relationship goes on, you may find that your roles will often change and change between yourselves. So basically, no one is 100% feminine all the time, okay? And no one is 100% masculine all the time. Right, we're not black and white like that, okay? So there's always gray areas where everyone is a bit of both, and we switch these modes on and off throughout the day to complete different tasks. So if you're in work mode, then you're in your masculine role because you need to get this goal completed and you need to do these steps for this thing to be completed. You need to take control. So that's more of a masculine role to get things done. You need that. Now, a more feminine role is where you're more understanding, you're willing to listen, you're willing to accept the problem instead of trying to go out and get things done or fix things, okay? And typically you're like that when you're, with your partner, you're listening, you're talking, communicating about different things that happen to you. So you need to do that as well if you want to be, a loving boyfriend or girlfriend. So you need to do that more feminine sort of stuff. So you need to change, basically. You can't always be masculine, you can't always be feminine. So that's why that's important. Now, what tends to happen though is most people are naturally more one than the other. So if you're a more masculine person, you like control and stuff like that, then you'll typically gravitate towards someone that's more feminine. Someone who is a bit more easygoing, accept things, is happy to take the back seat, let you lead. You tend to be drawn towards those people. Now, if you're more of a passive person or a feminine person, then you'll tend to be drawn more towards the more masculine, controlling, demanding sort of person. Okay, that's kind of how we work. We like the opposite, I guess. What happens though is around the time of relationship conflicts and breakups, I'm not saying this is the main cause, but this is something that doesn't help when it comes to attraction, is that the role will typically reverse. So if you're more feminine, you might find yourself in more masculine roles when you're in conflict with your partner. So you might find yourself arguing a lot, being demanding, being bossy, being unhappy a lot of time because you really don't like to be in that role around your partner who you're meant to love. You're meant to be attracted to them and love them, be caring and sweet and all those things that you believe are who you are. Okay, if you're not doing that, if you're not being feminine enough, then you tend to be more unhappy and you want to get out of that relationship because you want to become more, be happier. You think that's going to make you happier. The same is true is if you're a more masculine person naturally, if you find your partner is constantly putting you down or suffocating you, or like trying to tell you what to do and pushing you into a submissive role, you probably won't like that. You may withstand that for a certain period of time, but eventually you're going to become unhappy enough that you want to leave. So typically this is what I see happening. Now, if this is what caused the breakup, then you understand that this is not helping to build your attraction and resolve any relationship problems, then you really need to switch the roles back again. So one of the common mistakes I see with women is that after a while, in the beginning they were feminine stuff, but after a while, when they become too comfortable with a man, they might start talking more about problems or flaws, pointing out things he's not doing right or he's not doing good enough, and without really understanding how much that affects not only her mood, because by doing more masculine things, she's actually making herself feel more agitated, I guess, but it will also put him down and put him in a more submissive kind of position that he is not going to like as well, which, of course makes both parties unhappy, argue a lot, and doesn't go well, and the same is true the other way around. If you're a man and you've somehow decided that, in order to make your woman happy, you need to do everything she asks you to do. You need to do it all, or you need to try to be more, I guess, understanding, more of a listener, and that sort of thing. Then you're actually forcing her to become more masculine, because if you're not making decisions, you're not being, not leading the relationship, then she will feel the pressure that she needs to do it. And if she feels she needs to lead and take control, and you're putting her in a position that she's not going to be happy in, and actually you're also not going to be happy, because you'll realize that what you're doing isn't making her happy, and it really isn't going to make you happy, because you yourself is not being your natural masculine self. Okay, so knowing that, really you need to think about, okay, I am really like this by nature, whether that's being more masculine, controlling, whatever, and especially in terms of a relationship. Okay, I'm not talking about in a work situation. This is in terms of a relationship. Are you more masculine, more feminine, and which role were you in when you attracted your partner? Okay, this is kind of important to know. So you can know that, okay, I was more of a confident, masculine person, and when I attracted my partner, then you need to go back to being that person, or else it's not going to work. Same with when you attracted your partner, you were soft, understanding, loving person, then you need to be that sort of person if you wanted to attract your partner back. And this is gives you two benefits. Not only will you be able to attract your partner back more and create that spark faster, but you'll also find yourself feeling more attracted, more happy, and more happy in yourself when you do that, because that's where you're most comfortable. That's where you're happiest. Okay, so that's what I would suggest. And I think knowing that, next time when you meet up with your partner, your ex, or you feel like there's a relationship conflict that's about to start, you'll be able to understand, okay, what to do. You can switch those roles, or at least keep them in line so it doesn't go too out of hand. So I hope this week you've enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with more next week.